Hello everybody and welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and welcome back if you're an existing viewer. Today we're going to be doing this look here, which is inspired by a few things really. First of all, a couple of you asked for a blue look and this is mainly blue. Second of all, my makeup enabler, the fantastic Make Me Up Missa, has made it happen that I am now in possession of a fantastic palette that still means I'm on a no buy. And thirdly, Debbie from Vinyl Beauty, you have inspired me with your semi-regular series of makeup looks inspired by album covers, and I've got one here which I will show you now. It's a gatefold sleeve and the colour of the actual cover is not what we're talking about, it's the inside. Is that not the most incredible colour that you ever saw? And this album was recorded in 1973, so it's a little bit older than some of you and not as old as others. So thank you, Debbie, for inspiring me to do this, and without much further ado, let's get into it. So the main colours, as you can obviously see, are blues and a pop of not really orange but sort of like a burnt orange, not too loud. So we're going to be using two palettes because the orange comes from the Nomad Haunted Europe. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, where it changes. And that I won from the lovely Nightmare Bliss, and as you can see the colours are all very muted and just lovely. They've got some great names, Highgate Cemetery, Ghost River, Bloody Mary, that sort of thing, but the one I'm going to be using a bit later on for here and here is a colour called Frankenstein, which is this nice dark muted orange colour. So that's the Nomad Haunted Europe palette, but the main star of the show is the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette, which I would not have were it not for Make Me Up Missa, that queen amongst sausages, that Scottish siren, that absolute beauty in human form, queen of blending. And here are the colours in the Oceanic palette, and we're going to be using Lagoon, Blue Glam, Barley, Bay, Bora Bora and Marina. I've already done, as you can see, my inner eyeliner, and it's a Barry M neon pencil which is getting quite far down. It's a neon eyeliner in the shade Caution, and if you can get your hands on this, do, because it stays really well and I think it's a great colour. You can get it to really hang on in there and it will absolutely pop. I can imagine actually if you have a darker skin tone than mine, a deeper skin tone, it would really pop. But anywho, the other thing I've done already is my lips, and again it's Coloured Rain. I know I said the last time I used Coloured Rain I would have to look up the names beforehand, and I have done just that, so I am safe in the knowledge that this is the shade Blackberry, and it's very lovely. It's sort of just a really, really dark blue. It's nothing like a blackberry, it's more like a blueberry, but hey ho. The other things we're going to be using are eyeliner and this wonderful OPV blue gold liquid liner as well. So first of all, we're going in with Lagoon on a nice flat brush, and I'll talk a little bit about what has inspired this look as we go along. So way back in the mists of time, when I was, well, barely there really, I must have been about 10 or 11, I had a transistor radio which was very small, very portable, took batteries, and I used to listen to the radio when I went to bed at night under the covers. It's a classic thing, but it is actually true that people really did used to do that. There was no television in the bedroom in those days. In fact, there was only one television in the house, and I've got a feeling it was still black and white. But anyway, that's another story. And I discovered this radio station, which is still going to this day, slightly differently organised, but it's called Radio Caroline. And back then it was being broadcast from a ship in the North Sea, and I think the ship was called the Mi Amigo, possibly. And it was a pirate radio station because it didn't have any licence to broadcast. It was just out there broadcasting, and it just played music that I'd never heard the like of. I mean, Cream, The Doors, the Baker Gurvitz Army, obviously the Stones, and various people like that, but a lot of really Van de Graaff Generator, I remember, Peter Frampton, Pink Floyd, lots and lots of people that are difficult now to imagine my musical tastes not being influenced by. And it was listening to Radio Caroline that I first, I think, oh, and of course Led Zeppelin, got a taste for good music. And in amongst those bands, there was a band called Tangerine Dream, and they were German, and their sound was sort of magical, hallucinogenic, ambient, trippy. Well, look them up anyway on YouTube and you'll hear what they're like. And I had a number of albums of theirs. I had one called Rubicon. That was the first one I ever got, and that also had a blue cover, and I was going to use that as the inspiration for this look. However, could I find it? I don't know what I've done with it. I couldn't find it anywhere. And so I got the other album I had, apart from that, I had two. I had one called Epsilon in Malaysian Pale, which was all green, leafy cover, which I haven't got that anymore. And the other one called Phaedra. And I'm just going to show you the front cover. It just looks like that. Silvery, nothingy. But when you look inside, you can see how it inspired this look. Anyway, it's got some straight lines, it's got some wiggles, it's got lots of blues, it's got a tiny little face in it, but that's another thing. And yes, so I thought, well, I'll use that one instead as an inspiration for the look. And if you like this idea, well, Debbie's idea of being inspired by album covers, then do let me know and I'll try and dig some more out and we can have another go and do some more. So that was the dark blue called Lagoon, and I'm going to go in with, oh, it's clam, it's not glam, it's my eyes. I did think blue glam. No, it's blue clam with a C, and I'm taking that on a smaller, fluffier brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges of this with that. Yes, so I used to listen to Radio Caroline under the bedclothes most nights. I loved the different sorts of music that you could hear, and it wasn't like anything that you could hear on any of the BBC stations. It wasn't like anything that any of my friends were listening to, and it sort of helped shape my taste in music. And of course in those days there was no such thing as punk or goth or any of those things, so they came to me later in life, but my love for them was born out of my love for the rock music that I'd heard on Radio Caroline. Do a little bit more of this blue clam. I'm going to put some links below. Radio Caroline, you can find them on AM, on DAB radio, and on, if you listen to the radio through your computer, you can find them on there. You can find them on Sonos radio if you've got a Sonos system. There's all sorts of ways of listening to them, and I highly recommend that you do. The other great thing about them is they only have 2 ad breaks an hour, one on the hour and one on the half hour, which, you know, but I hate adverts in anything. As you know, I don't have adverts in these videos because I just find them so intensely annoying. I haven't watched television as it comes out the television for a long time because of the advertisements. I cannot listen. I'm going in with barley, by the way, on a big fluffy brush. I cannot listen to commercial radio. Even things like Kerrang radio just drive me up the wall because I can't stand the commercials. They're just so grating, and you'll be listening to a marvellous piece of music, even classic FM, and some hideous advertisement comes on and I just can't be doing with it. Right, so I'm blending, as I say, nice fluffy brush. This is what is this? This is something I can't read actually. Oh, it's Peaches and Cream. I knew I liked it. It's a P036 by Peaches and Cream. They do some lovely brushes actually. I got my Mermaid's glitter from them, and if it weren't for being inspired by the album cover, which is completely matte, I would have used Mermaid's with this because it's a very blue based glitter. Now here we have, on this side, we have a line going up here, and on this side I'm going to try and bring it down my nose a fraction just to try and make it like that. Oh, sorry, that was my watch buzzing telling me it's only got 10% of battery left, which is very nice of it to let me know, but a little bit annoying that it does it in the middle of filming. I'll have to have a word with it afterwards. So yeah, so bring this one down here to sort of match this one which goes up here. And when I say match, of course, I mean completely mirror in a different way. And get this going up here. I'm going to just take a little bit more of this barley colour and bring it down here and put some in here. There we go, nice, and just blend it a tad. Excuse me coughing. So I now have to go on to the shimmers, and the first one we're going to use is called Bay, and that's going to go just here, just as we go from the dark of Lagoon. We're going to put this here, and then the moment we've done that, we're going to go in with Marina, which is going to go over the edge. I can't remember which end it was. Hang on. Stand by while I forget everything I've ever done. Put that, there we go, look, that's a nice sort of dark blending into the Lagoon colour. Pull the Lagoon over that as it goes like that there. And as you can see, this is not going to take you forever if you want to recreate for any, I can't see why you would, but if you did want to do a blue look. Got a tiny bit of fallout on my nose. Yes, what was I saying? If you did want to recreate, and you've got some blues, just go right ahead. And I know a couple of people had asked for a blue look, so this is also for them, as well as being for Missa. I'm going in with the very lightest shimmer, which is called Bora Bora, which I understand is an island, a holiday island somewhere I'm not likely to go, I wouldn't have thought, but never say never, eh? There, that's nice. I'm just going to go around again with the blue clam brush, just to get that edge a little bit more blended in there, like that. And then we're going to swap over. We're going to go to close the Ace Beauté and go to the Nomad, Haunted Europe, and go in with the Frankenstein colour. And I've got a little round brush here. It's a Jessup 230 pencil brush. And I'm just going to try and make a circle as if you were doing an inner corner highlight. So just sort of go round in a circle like that, and then just keep going over it, just to widen the edges, just to darken the colour. Try and get them the same size and strength, obviously. Yeah. There we go. A big circle of colour in the inner corner can look lovely with nothing else but a pair of statement lashes, by the way. So I might do a quick look like that one day if you're interested. Just blow the old fallout off. And I am wearing a sort of matching blush as well, by the way, just so in case any viewers had spotted that, it is on purpose. So next we get the Essence liquid ink, of course, and I'm not sure if that's long. Is that long enough? Yeah, we'll get that down there like that. This is the handy wrinkle trick. If you do have a wrinkle that you're not happy about, you can put it to use. There we go. Make a feature of it. There, how's that? That's better, isn't it? Yes, that's much better. So, holding my breath, I will do my eyeliner, so stand by. There we go. It might be a tad longer than the other one, but that's okay because it is an asymmetrical look, so who cares? And then instead of going up, we're going to go slightly down with this one. So I didn't use that. I used my, what's it called? Koki Gel Ink Dual Ended Eyeliner, because it's got a very pointy felt tip point on it. So if that's going that way, I want it to go that way. Yeah. So we get a little tiny bit there and a long bit there like that. It's easier with these felt tips to do a straight line. Watch me bollocks it up now. And then go back with the rounded pencil brush and the Frankenstein colour, and then instead of having the orange here, we're going to have it here, so, or wherever you want to put it really. And this pencil brush is really very it holds its shape very well. I wash my brushes once a week using baby shampoo and one of those, oh, what are they called? I mean, they're makeup brushing mitts, and they're sort of plastic with lots of ridges and lumps, and you get the baby shampoo in your brush and then you squidge it on there and then you rinse it. And then as long as you dry them carefully, they really do hold their shape very well. So yeah, so this is coming along. I'm quite happy with this actually. And then taking the felt tip again, just to make sure you can see it. I think it's my wrinkly old skin, you know. There we go, that's better. So you don't need to have that as a separate step unless you've got very old wrinkly skin like me. I'm taking my OPV Beautiful liner, which is number 908. And as I say, it's gold and blue. So I'm forgetting the fact that it's gold. I'm just saying it's orange and blue. And I'm going to put it here like this. It's very subtle, you see, unless you put it over the black. And I try not to do subtle, as you know. But it is gorgeous. Thank you, Missa. Right, okay, good, fine. I will be popping off to do my lash momentarily. So I'm just going to put some mascara on and go and do my lash, and then I'll come back and we'll chat about the finished look. Well, there you have it then, really. A blue look for people who wanted a blue look, and an inspiration from the lovely, lovely Debbie over at Vinyl Beauty. And I highly recommend you go over and check her out, because she does some really interesting and different looks. She's only a tiny bit younger than me, so we're in the sort of same ballpark area, but she's also very keen on music and has a fabulous collection of makeup. She's more of a high-end girl than I am, but I think she's very well worth a look. And I will actually link or put at the end the video that we did together quite a while ago now, it seems. I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, but I will be linking that so you can go over and have a look at that too. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. As I say, if you do want me to do another album inspired look, then let me know. It just remains for me to say, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Buy me a Ko-fi if you've got any money left after Christmas if you want to. Keep your fur babies close. Take care of your loved ones. However many legs or wings or claws or scales they have. And don't forget, everybody, stay strange.